حي على الفلاح.
And the benefits of Ramadan, Muslims know, what are some of the benefits of Ramadan? One of the great, cleansing, forgiveness, what else? Any protection comes to mind? From the shayateen. The shayateen are chained. The devils are chained. Now I'll tell you an interesting spiritual story. I have a coworker, or used to have a coworker, friend. And he, just once in a while, he's trying to memorize Quran and studying it and things like that. And things come up at work. He, works in North Carolina, and he worked at a university. And his, coworkers and peers would see him reciting Quran sometimes, so they ask him questions. So he had a coworker, and every time he just even said one word about the Quran, just Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, something simple, the guy would start having literally like an allergic reaction. Like his eyes would start watering, and he'd just start sneezing randomly, and he'd get, okay, I gotta go, and just couldn't take it. Could not take it. And the person I'm talking about, he got a little suspicious, like, are the shayateen trying to bother him? Is that what's going on? Maybe I should talk to him in Ramadan, when the shayateen are chained. So he started talking to him in Ramadan, no allergies, nothing. And he asked him, for 2 years I've been trying to talk to you about just a little thing from the Quran. You notice what keeps happening to you? He goes, yeah, I thought it was cursed or something. Right? Then he talks to him in Ramadan, and it's totally fun, and he's like, wow, that's pretty beautiful. So these are spiritual experiences. You can't document them in a science book and, hey, see, Islam is the truth. You can't do that. But these are experiences that believers go through and they see in their life, So Allah says in this ayah, it's an offer. He's the master of the skies and the earth and whatever lies in between them, if you're seeking to be convinced. As though the offer is renewed. As though at this time you can, the shayateen and the devils and their whispers are not going to bother you at this time. They're not going to distract you. You can listen to this without the distractions of all of those things. La ilaha illa huwa. There's no one to be worshipped and obeyed in any way, shape or form except He. Huwa yuhyi. He in fact is the one that gives life, wa yumeet, and gives death. Rabbukum wa rabbu abaikumul awwaleen. He is your master and the master of your earliest ancestors. Innahu huwal azizur rahim. Certainly He is the ultimate authority, the one who always shows love and mercy. Inna shajarataz zaqqum. Now that Allah mentions His mercy, out of His mercy also, this is part of our belief too, out of His mercy He describes hellfire. It's out of His mercy that He describes hellfire. Why? It's the scared straight program in the Quran. The idea that hell is not just described as a place that's bad, it's very graphic. It's laid out. And because the Arabic language is so picturesque, and it's got so much imagery in it, you can visualize some crazy things that are being described. And the point of it is to terrify you, so you get your act together. If hellfire wasn't described in such depth and such graphic language, then you know what? Why take it seriously? How bad could it be? I've brought this up to you guys before. What's the concept of hell in modern entertainment? What does it become? It's a joke. People wear jackets that say highway to hell. Flaming skulls. Cartoons are made of people from hell. Action figures, superheroes that come from hell. Or people journeying into hell and coming right back out. Like it's, like a prison, you can break in and break out. It's no big deal. It's become a joke. It's become a thing to just, entertain yourself with. It makes for fun horror stories. This is a reality. Inna shajarata zaqqum, the tree of zaqqum. That's the proper name of it. It's one of the trees of hellfire. Ta'amul athim. It is the food of the one constantly engrossed in sin. Athim. Kal muhli. It's like boiling hot water. Muhl. And muhl is also used for blood. Yaghli fil butun. You know how when you take oil and you put it on a pan that's already hot, it makes that sound. I don't have a word for it. Urdu mein kehte hain kholna. The sizzling sound. That's ghala yaghli. It sizzles in the belly. It gets into the belly and then it starts sizzling. Kaghalyil hamim, like the scorching and the sizzling of boiling water when it reaches its top. Khuduhu fa'tiluhu ila sawa'il jahim. Grab him and shove him inside the deep, very middle of the hellfire, of the roaring flame. ثُمَّ صُبُّوا فَوْقَ رَأْسِهِ. Then pour above his head. Now there's torture going on inside of him. Internally he's sizzling. On top of him, مِنْ عَذَابِ الْحَمِيمِ, from the punishment of boiling hot water. ذُقْ, taste this. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ الْكَرِيمُ. You're the one, right? You're the one that has the ultimate authority, the noble. The noble of the pharaohs were drowned. Remember? One of the great reasons that the people of Makkah didn't accept the Prophet's message, Allah describes them as too drunk on their own grace, status. Mutrafin. So Allah says, here's what your nobility is worth. Taste it. This is what it was. إِنَّ هَذَا مَا كُنْتُمْ بِهِ تَمْتَرُونَ. This is the very thing you used to be in doubt about. إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي مَقَامٍ أَمِينٍ. No doubt about it. Those who sought to protect themselves, the righteous, are going to be in a safe place. فِي جَنَّاتٍ وَعُيُونٍ. In gardens, in grapevines surrounding them. يَلْبَسُونَ مِن سُنْدُسٍ وَإِسْتَبْرَقٍ. They're going to be dressing in sundus and istabraq, light silk and heavy silk. Light silk and heavy, two different kinds of garments. مُتَقَابِلِينَ, meeting one another. So once they get dressed up, first you get dressed up, you pick your outfit or whatever, then you go hang out with other people in paradise. You're like, hey, what are you doing here? This is mutaqabil, facing one another. متقابلين. كذلك زوجناهم بحور عين. That is how we reward, and we will have married them off to hur, beautiful spouses, عين, whose eyes are, what's the word? Hypnotic. Whose eyes are hur. Ain is called when the white of your eyes is really white and the dark of your eyes is really dark. The contrast in your eyes just is captivating. This is hur and ain. يَدْعُونَ فِيهَا بِكُلِّ فَاكِهَةٍ آمِنِينَ. They're going to be calling in it all kinds of fruits, sitting peacefully, relaxed, and they're just ordering food. Like, hey, what do you want to eat? Let's have that fruit we had. And then they taste it, and we talked about the taste before. So they're chilling in Jannah. لَا يَذُوقُونَ فِيهَا الْمَوْتِ. They're not going to be tasting death in it. إِلَّا الْمَوْتَةَ الْأُولَى. Except the first death. This is actually a sarcasm in the Qur'an. The disbeliever said, we're not going to have death except the first death. Allah says, yeah, first death, that's only for those people. They're only going to be able to say, that first death we already tasted is the only one we're going to taste. And by the way, for the person in hellfire, you could argue, well, they're not going to taste death either. Yes, they are. لَا يَمُوتُ فِيهَا وَلَا يَحْيَا. لَا تَدْعُوا الْيَوْمَ ثُبُورًا وَادْعُوا ثُبُورًا كَثِيرًا. Allah says, don't ask for death today, ask for death over and over again. You will experience the tortures of death, one after the other, continually. That's thubur in Arabic. So on the one hand, there's no death at all, and the other is continual death, one after the other. وَوَقَاهُمْ عَذَابَ الْجَحِيمِ. And He had protected them from the punishment of the roaring flame. فَضْلًا مِّن رَبِّكَ. This is out of a great favor from your Master. ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. That, in fact, is the ultimate success. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ is not complicated. I swear by the passage of time, and time itself is proof that all of humanity is drowning in loss. It's not complicated, it's straightforward. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ. So they can just try to remember. They can try to take the advice. And for Muslims, there's another added benefit. Allah says, we made it easy on your tongue so that they can make an effort to memorize. It's another meaning of يَتَذَكَّرُونَ here. So they can memorize Qur'an easily. You get started, you'll be shocked how easy it is. You just never thought about it. You just never thought you could do it. Just do it. Just try 1 ayah, 2 ayat a day. Just get started. But I don't have a teacher, I don't know, and my tajweed isn't perfect. Stop making excuses. Just do it. Just start memorizing. Work on your tajweed. I'm not saying to work on it. Work on your Arabic, that's fine. But memorize Qur'an, make that a part of your life. And the days that you memorize Qur'an, you'll notice a barakah in your day that you don't notice in days you didn't memorize Qur'an. You'll testify that yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. If you enjoyed this video, please do share it with friends and family. If you want to see more videos from this series, click on the box at the top. If you want to see other videos, click on the box at the bottom. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks.